Second year in a row, Albany Academy boys basketball team wins the Federation State Tournament and the championship game in Glens Falls. And yesterday, they did it in lopsided fashion. Brian Fruscio is the head coach, and he joins us here this morning on Big Board Sports. Good morning, Coach.
Hey, Raj. How are you?
We're great, Coach. The better question would be, how are you after doing it again, right? Back-to-back, and now, 3 out of the last 5 years? That's got to be a great feeling.
Doing great. Doing great. I'm thrilled for the kids. It's always great to see the kids jump around the court, and it's special.
Did you think it was going to be as easy? I mean, you got by Irondequoit on Saturday. That was the number one. And then you play, Walton Campus yesterday, and you just absolutely blew their doors in. What were you expecting going into that game, coming off really the emotional win, the high of knocking off number one on Saturday?
Well, I mean, it scared the daylights out of us because, teams that speed us up have given us problems. And, Walton's athleticism really did concern us. But the kids were champions and were amazing. So we were, they were ready.
Yeah, they certainly were. You stepped on the gas early, and this one was never in doubt. A lopsided win for Academy, and then this team this year. You had a lot about me. I know we always talk about Amir Wright, and we'll talk more about Amir Wright because he is that special. But you got a lot of basketball from a lot of players this year, didn't you?
Yeah, listen, we had a lot of good players, and we're very fortunate. Will Bennett, amazing leader. C.J. Mulvey, great senior, rising star in August Mahoney. Really came into his own, and Marcus Fillion really came into his own. So, especially this past weekend. So we've been very fortunate, very lucky.
Hey, Coach, Chris Honorato here. What do you do in the month, basically the month's time you have in between games to try to get ready to win 2 in 2 days? Are you simulating games in practice? How do you kind of keep the competitive juices going amongst the guys?
No, we're lucky. We have a lot of good players. Our second team is good, so they do simulate some stuff. We do try to. Coach Curran, the old coach from Malloy, taught me some tricks at one point to, try to simulate the speed of a first team when it's your second team. And so we try to do some of that. We scrimmage Lou High, who causes us a lot of problems. And that knocks some rust off. And then, I think the game the other day is the game that really knocked the rust off in Irondequoit. And then, we were able to peak at the right time. And that's the key at this juncture of the year.
Coach Fruscio with us, Albany Academy does it again. How have you built the program, Coach, to where it is right now at the high level that you're on? I mean, most teams who win the New York State Public High School State Championship year in and year out, if we are fortunate enough to have a winner, it's so hard then to go on and win the Federation. We have had those teams to have done it, but here you're playing at that level now each and every year. How have you maintained the high level of success?
Well, I think it comes to, really honestly, Raj, not a lot of people want to play us during the regular season, so we have to play teams that are always in the Federation, so it prepares us for all that competition. So that's what's really allowed us to do that.
Would you like to? I mean, people always ask me, how many? When you look at your schedule and you make out your schedule, Coach, how many Section 2 teams do you play? Would you like to play more, like to play less? Where do you stand with your Section 2 schedule?
We always like to play more Section 2 teams. We love to play those teams. So, it's anyone that'll play us. We're that team. Anyone that'll play us, we'll play them.
Got an email from one of our listeners who follows the high school scene. Wanted me to ask you, why don't you play Class AA instead of A? Based on the final big game score, I'm sure that Coach Fruscio would much prefer to be in the Class AA. Who makes that decision? Can you ask him that question for me?
Yeah, I mean, the independent schools does that. Lou High did exactly what we're doing. They won a couple titles, and then they pushed to AA. But I think independent schools wants a AA representative, wants an A representative, and want to be representative. So it's up to the organization. Lehigh has been clearly better than us in the past couple of years. Their size and speed have caused us problems. So I think within the independent schools, Lehigh is a AA rep, and we're the A rep. So that's just right now. But the organization decides that stuff. We just, that's who does it.
Coach, you mentioned the senior leadership you had on this team, and a lot of people listening are going to want to know, what is the future for Amir Wright? Which way is he leaning? Do you have any kind of inside information on Amir's future here?
No, he's going to Brewster, and I'm not. That's a family decision. That's not a high school coach's decision, and that's not a high school coach's place. I think I just try to help develop a young man, and Amir is going to listen. He's an intelligent kid. He takes calculus. He takes AP government. He's a really, really intelligent kid, and they're going to make an intelligent choice. So I'm, you know what? He'll ask my advice if he wants it, but he's an intelligent kid, and I'll give him my opinion at that point. But at this point, just go and play another year, get stronger, and be ready to step on the college court.
Brian, for those who are not familiar, how many offers? Without how many, but there's a lot of major Division I schools that would like to have him on their team. What are some of the named teams that are pursuing him at a high level?
Well, Maryland's been great. Syracuse has been great. Villanova, Michigan State was there this weekend. So there's great schools. I'm sure Coach Hop has had an amazing relationship with Amir. So Washington's a possibility. So I think it's all the people that spend the most time in Miami. I just got something from Miami this morning. So it's everybody.
Nice to have choices in life.
Everybody except I would say the Carolinas, Kentuckys, and Kansas. Although Kansas did express, they've expressed some interest, and everybody knows about them. So, it's going to come down to, next year, and he'll make his decision, and they'll make the decision if they want to pursue him.
Brian, what makes him? And you've coached a lot of good players. Is he the best player you've coached, and what makes Amir Wright so special?
Amir's really, really special. He can shoot it. He can go to the post. He can do a lot of things.
That we know. We've seen him. He's been fun to watch. What did he have yesterday? 16 and 11.
Yeah.
So double for you yesterday. Brian, do you reload next year? Fast forward now. I know you'll enjoy this for a while and then start to see what pieces you have next season. What do you look like going into next year?
Well, we got 3 really talented guys and a lot of guys that are going to have to fill spots. So 3 really, really talented kids in August, Marcus, and Andre Jackson. And from there, it's just who can get better over the summer and the fall and who can do what they need to do.
Coach Fruscio, congrats on back-to-back 3 out of the last 5. Great work, and we appreciate a few minutes here on Big Board Sports.
Congrats, Frush.
Thanks, guys. You guys are the best. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach. Brian Fruscio, back-to-back.